Hollyoaks spoilers. Did you notice Carley Stenson aka Steph Dean's emotional return for Frankie's death? Our hearts have been left broken following the deaths of Frankie Osborne and Neeta Kaur in dramatic Hollyoaks episodes, and the tragedy was made all the more emotional by the beautiful rendition of Cher's Turn Back Time playing over the final sequence. More poignantly still, this was recorded by former Hollyoaks star Carley Stenson particularly for the episode which marked the end of over 15 years of Frankie. Carley memorably played Frankie's daughter Steph Dean, who was killed off a number of years ago. Here, Carley explains why she couldn't turn down the chance to return and play a role in Helen Pearson's exit. How did you come to record this special track? Well, basically I'm good friends with producer Ben Robbins because I recorded my EP in his studio about 2.5 years ago. So I was in the studio anyway for another project, and Hollyoaks got in touch and asked if I could record something for a very special episode, and I would always say yes to Hollyoaks. You didn't have to think about it? No. I grew up there and it's like a second home. I've not been in the show for 6 years now, and for them to still reach out is lovely. So I'd like to honor that, and Helen Pearson, Frankie, is very special to me, so I'm definitely going to do that. When you found out the track they wanted you to record, how did that feel? I was like, okay, really? I love that song anyway, but then broken down and sang slow in the way that Ben has arranged and produced it has made it really beautiful, and the words are so powerful. I think it's better slower. It makes you feel it more. It really did hit me. How did it feel when you found out that the reason you were singing it was because Helen was leaving the show? Don't. Oh, Gordon Bennett, the Osbournes just need to be in Hollyoaks until the very end, so I hope no one else leaves. That was a no-brainer. For Hollyoaks to ask me and then for it to be about Helen. I'm getting emotional about it, definitely. It's so bizarre and weird and nostalgic. You have always spoken so positively about Hollyoaks. What are your favorite memories? It just feels like home there. The crew, I know a lot of the cast are different now, but the cast that were there when I was there are like my family. They came to my wedding. I have so many memories, being a kid, growing up. The things they dressed me in. I have no pride at all in my appearance, and there are some dodgy outfit pictures on the internet because of that show, but I love them anyway. What are your memories of Helen Pearson? I still remember them coming in and saying, "This is going to be your mum." And we met and we were in the producer's office and we went for a little lunch, probably in the canteen because we had to be on set. Little did I know then just how amazing this woman was going to be. How she was going to affect me and make me laugh. I can't think of her without smiling like a Cheshire cat. She is hilarious, brilliant, she's just one of the best women I have ever met. I can't believe she outlasted me. She did 15 years, I did 10. She's beat me to the post. I just want to give her a big squeeze. How will Jack cope without Frankie? I'm just envisioning watching this episode and it's going to be really difficult. I think Jack will be alright, he's still got his support team around him like Darren. I think he will be alright eventually, but it will break him when it happens. Do you know that Tom has a baby and it's called Steph? I do know that, someone tweeted me. When I first left I did try to keep up with it on the Sky Planner and it did feel really hard to watch it, and this was even before I had met Danny, Mac, because I felt like I was missing out on the in-jokes because I know that all the fun happens when the camera stops. So it hurt me at first because I was missing it. And then when I met Danny I was never away from the place anyway because I was with him, and then you don't watch it because you are talking to people about storylines and they are working 6 weeks ahead. So it's like you are watching backwards. Then my face was on knickers on a wall and scenes because of my ovarian cancer, so I was like bloomin' heck, my knickers are still in the background. And then Tom had a baby called Steph. I actually can't believe that Tom had a baby. I remember him being a baby. So when he had a baby and called it Steph, I'm absolutely truly honored and touched and still really grateful that I am still there in some form. At the 20th anniversary Brian Kirkwood said that if he could bring one person back from the dead it would be you. How does that feel now that Sarah Jane and Gary Lucy are back? She's well dead, my Steph, well and truly, she's gone, and I think on a personal note I'm glad of the way that she left, because it was strong and they did pull the safety net out from under me, so I had to just keep going. It would be really weird to go back, as I think the place is completely different now. I was in it when Gary was in it, so to have Ashley, Sarah, Jimmy, Gary and everyone back, and Jess Fox, that would be really nice. But it keeps moving and it keeps growing, and I kind of like the way it is. Tell us what you are doing now. When I left Hollyoaks, it was my birthday on the Saturday, my leaving party on the Sunday, and I went straight into Legally Blonde on the Monday. So I literally hit the ground running. Then I had 2 weeks off and did Shrek and then Spamalot. I did Dirty Rotten Scoundrels tour, which came to Liverpool, and a few of the Oaks people came, which was nice, and now I am in Les Mis. I'd like to keep on going, touch wood. But playing Fantine in Les Miserables is ridiculous, and I still catch myself on stage and go, what? I'm really enjoying it. My EP was a personal goal. I was reading Camilla Sakadalarup's book, She's Married to My On-Screen Brother, Jake in Real Life, It's All Connected, and she wrote in her book about achieving goals, and one of mine was to write my own song and put it out there, because I used to sing before and during Hollyoaks. I just took the first step towards it. I wrote one with Gary Quinn, who's a country music award-winning writer, and I put it out there. I did it all by myself. I didn't want to get anyone else involved. I just wanted to do it for me, so I wrote it, and it's out there, called Hurricane. And I have written another one, but that's a big secret.